Hi, I'm Dorothy Leon.
And I'm Roger Nelson. Yeah, that's interesting. So I find so it was, but the question always in my mind was, it was always mountains that you saw that were the lights were coming out of.
At the beginning, yes, and then I started seeing that there was energies within the waters
Oh,
too. And it's kind of like that's what the Bermuda Triangle's all about. It's not there's no mountain there that we can see, but there is under, the
there
water,
is a
either
mountain under the
mountains
water.
or,
Yeah.
or I don't know if it'd be a mountain or there's something under the water. Some people say there's a great crystal under there, but whatever it is, there's a great energy just coming up through the water.
Like Lake Tahoe
Oh yes,
has a great crystal in the deep in the waters.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Lake Titicaca too.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I did have an opportunity to go there, and the boat traveled right over, and a bunch of us were attuning there, and we felt something coming right up from the water, and we were trying to touch the water at the outsides. The boat was kind of high, but it's like just even putting your hands down, you can feel little electric shocks. It was marvelous.
And
So Mother Earth is very, very alive.
in the one personal experience I had in 2004 was actually a not too much of personal experience, but a story that was told me. We did our ceremony by a river, by the Red Deer River near Sullivan Lake, and we did our ceremony there. And there happened to be friends that had knew someone that was canoeing on the river that day. And at the very time of the peak of the ceremony, these people that were in the water, they felt the wave of energy flowing through the water like a wave. It just washed through them as it moved out from the center.
That's
And
almost exactly the description people give of the Ganges, and
yeah,
that's the sacred river in India. I've talked to people there. I haven't had an opportunity to go to India either, but they said that just what you explained, the wave just kind of filters through them, and it's a very holy water.
yeah, yeah. Oh, it was. But the reason why I asked that is as I look at some of the spokes and points, and I visited those places, and sometimes it's easy when it's a tall mountain and it's taller than all the other mountains and that sort of thing. Um, but when you get out on the plains, and I suppose that's why some people might scoff at the circle or whatever and say, well, I know it's easy to pick tall mountains and famous lakes like Lake Tahoe and everything. It's easy to see that those are, but what about the plains in North Dakota and South Dakota? And I think everybody feels they're pretty flat places, that there's really nothing to stick out to or stands out. There's some very large rivers there, but I have found through looking in the places that I've looked, because some of the places I've looked are fairly flat and there's no big land features, that even there you find very special and sacred places and energies. And I'll give you an example. There's one spoke that goes through on the wheel. I think it's the second from the top, second on the east from the top, and it's in western Saskatchewan. And the place where the spoke runs through, there's an ancient site there, right almost on the line, that has been revered and respected by the Aboriginal people. And on there and on that spoke, there's a site where there's a stone, a large rock, and it's got cut marks in it that have been carved over the years and everything. And if you come up to that stone, it is a teaching stone. It will speak to you, and it will give you lessons, and it will tell you about what was, what is, and what shall be. Speaks with a very deep voice. A grandmother rock is really what
Yes.
it's called.